What's up, guys? So this is my walkthrough for the Mad Chainsaw mode in the Resident Evil 4 Chainsaw demo. I'm going to let the opening cutscenes play. I have actually edited them in from a previous playthrough. That way, if you wanted to experience this with the actual cutscenes in play, you're able to do so. And once those are finished, we will get into the commentary of the actual gameplay. So I'll see you then.
September 30th, 1998. It's a day I'll never forget. The cop inside me died that day. And that night, Raccoon City was wiped out, thanks to the bioweapons created by Umbrella. Somehow I made it out, but too many others weren't so lucky. I was asked later to join a top-secret government program. Not that I had a choice. The training, punishing missions, nearly killed me. But at least they kept my mind off everything. If I could just forget what happened that night. The pain, even for a second. This time, it can be different. It has to.
Alright guys, so this difficulty, first of all, is triggered by complete RNG. And basically how you get it to come out is by literally starting the game and quitting constantly until you get the pop-up that you guys saw that says, hey, do you want to play the extreme Mad Chainsaw difficulty mode? It's a weird name for a mode. Just really extreme difficulty, I guess. And it does actually have some subtle small differences.
Anyone home?
I also have a no commentary version of this if you'd like to go see that. I'll leave it in the, like a card or something, and we'll continue to start with the cutscene.
Sorry to barge in like this. Busco a un policía. Vino aquí?
So, essentially, yeah, you have to start it up, the demo, and if you get that prompt, that means that you got it. If not, you have to quit out, and because if not, it'll just be on the basic standard difficulty. There is no difficulty choices in this demo, other than unlocking that special RNG, option.
Hey! I read you.
So here is one of the exclusive Mad Chainsaw mode features, if you want to call it that. Instead of having one Ganado come down the stairs and attack you, he decides to bring two friends. And after doing this for a couple of hours, I discovered a little trick that's been pretty consistent. So essentially, you stand where I stand, where you see I shine the light and aim the gun. You have the first two Ganados chase you, trying to grab you through that wall, and they run at the same speed. Then there's a third guy that's actually on the staircase. If you actually run to the right, hugging the wall as you're going up the staircase, if you do it correctly at the same time without hesitation, you're actually able to pass all three of them without taking any damage at all, which is a huge resource saver for the rest of this run.
Bruce, this is Gondor 1.
Hunnigan here. What's your sit rep?
The President's daughter, Baby Eagle. It's likely she's in this village.
Our intel was correct then. Well done.
Need a location on a nearby lake. She may have been taken there.
Copy that. I'll see what I can find.
Hurry up. Something's happened to the people here. My escorts are... Gotta go. Talk later. I'll let myself out.
So yeah, not a lot of room for on-the-fly explanations. Tons of cutscenes here, but from here on out, we're pretty good being able to explain things on the fly. So that strategy really helped me, even here on the actual quote-unquote the run, being able to finish it. It's pretty consistent. I discovered it completely by myself. I'm not saying there's not a better strategy, but it's consistent. It works for me, and I think that it's definitely an essential thing to do in terms of saving resources and lessening your chance of taking damage, because there's no way with 10 bullets and only one first aid spray that you're going to be able to take all of them down. And what's the point? You're not going to get much profit back. So in this section, we're going to have 3 Gandos in total, 2 right upcoming here, but of course I like to collect all the resources. Now, it sucks because in most of my, I guess you can call them test recordings, I actually managed to do this entire little section here taking 0 damage. Unfortunately, I'm here to tell you that that's not the case in the run, so to speak. So I did that part completely correctly. You want to get that guy to swing at you, but unfortunately, I got stuck right there trying to grab the red herb, and then I just got completely dogpiled by all 3 of them, as you see, completely blocking my way. I was definitely going to die right there, and boom, already after healing, I am basically in danger again, and it totally sucks. So that is the worst part of the run, which sucks because I was able to consistently do that without taking any damage, and I'll show you that here in a second. Or at the end of the video, I'll show you how I do that without taking any damage. Again, just pretty RNG based. So here what we're doing, similar to the original Resident Evil 4, is resource management. And I did this quite differently in my test runs, or that's what I call them, the ones that were failed runs, I guess that's it, I should be saying. You want to stealth kill this woman here, because if you decide to open the box, she will get alerted, just like the original. Obviously, you could not stealth kill in the original. So we're basically trying to get resources, and resources are pretty RNG heavy from the boxes. Thankfully, I didn't get caught there. I was shocked that I didn't get caught there, because that's usually the Ganado that catches me. We're just going to go around the houses trying to hopefully get things like hand grenades and healing. You don't seem to be able to get any shotgun shells from any boxes. I'm not sure if that's this difficulty only or in general. So I accidentally do that jumping over the railing. That was completely by mistake. But I'm happy I figured it out, because you'll see it comes in handy later on during the run. Now that we got this woman to go over here, I decided to stealth kill her instead of just letting her roam around, because it takes a lot of time, and stealth killing doesn't seem to take too much durability off the knife. That's kind of what we're really trying to conserve, is the durability of the knife, and of course our health. Usually I get a grenade there, or at least some ammo. I got really bad RNG in terms of loot, but I do end up actually getting a 3rd grenade. which is pretty cool. But it doesn't go the way you think it would. So again, not everything here is RNG. That red herb is always there as in the original. No yellow herb, at least in this demo. And here's the point where we're going to get caught. There's no way around it. This barrel always contains a hand grenade, which is absolutely essential for taking down Dr. Salvador, or the Super Dr. Salvador. I don't know what you want to call him. And this is a little risky maneuver. It actually pays off this time. There's a green herb over here in the corner and some money. And I do it specifically for the green herb because of the fact that I had to use, 2 healing items already because of that accidental, mistake getting caught trying to grab that red herb before with the 3 Gandos.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
So here you have many different ways you can go about this. This is actually the way I started to do it, which thankfully is the way that landed me the run, so to speak. And I actually got a hand grenade as well, which is really cool. The main thing you want to avoid is having a Ganado climb up the ladder while you're trying to do all this. But unfortunately for me, a Ganado was able to break through downstairs through the window and actually climb up the stairs, which actually kind of shocked me. I got a little scared about that, and thankfully managed to jump out the window right in time. The main thing I like to do is wait for Dr. Salvador, the Chainsaw Man, to come out, and I thought that was him coming out. He didn't even get affected at all by the hand grenade, which absolutely sucked. But as you see there, I hit him with the second one. Hand grenades are completely essential. They do the most damage to him, I feel, at this point in the game, as well as give you, some room to breathe, because it also affects the Ganados around it. I love the effects that you actually see, like the arms, blowing off specifically and whatnot. So at this point, we're pretty much just going to be kiting around, trying to take pot shots at him while trying not to die. Here, instead of going for the melee kick, I like to go for the stab to the neck. As you see, we still have pretty damn good durability on our knife, which is what we want. Fighting those 3 Ganados earlier, I tend to use up a decent amount of durability on the knife, like stabbing them, because they go in that state where their neck is broken. So I feel if you just avoid them all right together and you get here and then you have to use all of your durability for parrying, for, getting out early from a stab, it's more beneficial. Here, I almost get one-shotted because this is the whole point of it. Thankfully, the break free seems to be quick, and that's probably just for more cinematic value. I have it set to hold. This is the PS5 version, by the way. I don't think I mentioned that. My first video was on the PC version, which isn't running all that well, unfortunately. So, because this is the first time, at least it happening to me, not from watching gameplay footage, that he cut this second part, the side part down, I should say, I didn't know that you could have a new path going down. I thought it was completely blocked off. So, again, doing the same, kiting around, taking shots at him when I can. But the biggest thing that I find that's the issue is that he doesn't seem to pop up as much as the Ganados do, even though this version's faster than the typical one. As you see, I'm constantly looking around waiting for him, and all I'm finding are Ganados. So what I'm looking for is him, and then I almost die here. Thankfully, again, having durability in the knife, being able to quickly get out of that grab, because I most definitely would have died there. But he's here for some reason, chilling in the corner. And this is the house I was telling you comes into play, because now that you're able to hop over, I'm able to take a bunch of shots at him. There actually is an opening on the side to the left there, and I'm just shooting at him, and then I have the free range to hop over here, and while he's hopping over, take some more shots at him. And that's pretty much the name of the game. Once you run out of shotgun shells, once you run out of grenades. And here's the thing that scared the hell out of me. You can see me, I don't even have to play the audio, you can see me mashing L1 there to parry. I don't know what was going on. I was ready for the parry, I don't know if it was the collision between the Ganado and him that he wasn't able to hit me and I wasn't able to parry him, but it looked really funny. At least I didn't die. That's the most important thing. So I'm thinking he's going to go over here, which he doesn't for some strange reason. So I go over here to the ladder down. And then unfortunately for me, this Ganado comes out. So I try to get her in a stun state to kick her, which doesn't work out. Go back in the house, and thankfully now with this new addition of the home, there's 2 different windows. And because that right side is now down, you know, with like a staircase going down, so to speak, they cannot attack me coming over from that side, which is great. So here again, waiting for Dr. Salvador to come out. Nowhere to be seen. Don't know where he's at. Kind of trying to hold out hope that he's going to pop up, but he doesn't because he's in a completely random spot. And from what I can tell from what I've heard, you need to kill him in order to trigger the bell cutscene, which is essentially the end of the section end of the demo. And right there we kill him, because again, taking quick pot shots at him every now and then. And he awards us with 10,000 pesetas for those Spanish speakers, or Spanish speakers, I should say. And then we get the infamous bingo cutscene, which is awesome. But that's pretty much all there is to it. It's not many changes from the standard difficulty. You just have to pretty much be lucky, be good with parrying, have enough health, have enough durability, and be able to take good pot shots at him every now and then, you know, because the Ganados are relentless in this new game. And it's great because I felt like there were a pushover in the original one, even on professional difficulty. But here, whether this is the equivalent to hardcore, professional, whatever they decide to call it, you can tell that they're much more aggressive, much more difficult to deal with. So I feel it is very essential to be on your toes. Bingo. And unfortunately, that tower there doesn't give you shotgun shells anymore the way that it did in the original. Now it seems to be consistently money, at least as far as the demo's concerned. So you pretty much have to rely on, I think it's 7 shells, the 5 that come in and the 2 that are on the bed in the upstairs floor right next to where you pick it up, the shotgun initially. And that's practically all the shotgun shells you get. So we have here 15,000 pesetas, and that is Mad Chainsaw Mode. It is a weird mode to say, but that's what it's called. And I actually only killed 8 enemies, which I was shocked about. I thought it was actually more, but makes sense given the fact that our objective wasn't really to be killing enemies. It was really to kill Dr. Salvador, or their super version of him, whatever you want to call it. I thought this was a cool little neat thing for Capcom to add, because they know that we look for little extra hidden things in these modern demos ever since Resident Evil 7. So it was kind of cool for them to add something else. I would have preferred the difficulty not be RNG based in terms of starting, but I think it was a cool mode to add, and a cool extra little feature that they explicitly say is not going to be part of the main game. So whether that's having a special chainsaw dude in the beginning, or having some extremely hard, difficulty in that regard off the bat, I have no idea, because I have no doubt they'll have at least a hardcore professional difficulty, as they've had practically in every Resident Evil game, so especially the modern ones. But it overall was a decent run, I feel. I think the biggest mistake, the biggest issue I had was, again, unfortunately, a part that I've been able to perfect a million times, but in this one it didn't go so well, and I really thought about restarting, but I'm glad I didn't, because it ended up becoming the actual run. And I just want to thank you guys for watching this. I want to keep the commentary in case people had questions of my strategies, how I did this. I watched no guides, I watched no other streamers play it. I just found out of its existence, decided to do it completely by myself. I'm sure there are better strategies out there, Potentially a no damage run of it. I don't think I'm going to go for that because of the RNG of just trying to get it started. It's not really fun to do that. I'm constantly restarting, but I'm glad that I at least can say that I beat it. I have a decent run of it here for you guys. I know you wanted to see it, so here it is with and without commentary. Again, the no commentary version will be in the pinned comment, as well as my entire playlist for Resident Evil Remake going forward. That also contains the PC version of me going through it, taking no damage on the standard difficulty, which isn't super entirely hard to do, but it's still cool to do nonetheless. Either way, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will catch you in the next one. Stay tuned because we got a ton of content coming, and when I say a ton of content, I mean a ton of content. I am going to be coming up with a follow-up video talking about what's been going on, where I've been, but just expect a ton of guides that you guys have been waiting for years, for months, whatever. I've got so many videos already done, edited, coming, and of course we have Resident Evil 4, the full game on the horizon coming soon, which I will be doing a live stream when that goes up, fully up to play, and that'll be cool to experience it first time live with you guys. So I hope you guys enjoy this again, and I will catch you in the next video.